Okay, so hi, this is Keith. I'll be putting this video up on YouTube shortly after we get finished with this, but there's the sign for this property on Railroad Grade Road in Todd. It's, as you can see here, a rough piece of land. It's got at the front of it here on the road, we're on a road here, small road in Todd, historic Todd, a really great location. And there's some people walking down the road. But you can see you take this road in, and then this is the frontage of the lot right here. So as you can see, it's, I'm gonna see if I can zoom out a little bit. That's about as far as I can zoom, I guess. But as you can see, this, and there are cars that come occasionally. But this is sort of the lot. It's obviously not much has been done. It's very natural. It's, you know, it's a big lot. It goes up the hill quite a lot, very big trees, but I could see putting a little road or little access, I don't know, driveway kind of a thing up to an area that might flatten out right there, you know, 50 feet or 100 feet off the road, where you could put your little house, your tiny home. But this is a pretty far down. You can see the frontage of the lot goes down to the next sign. Car's coming again. And then the part that I think you'll be the most interested in is on the left side of this road, and I'll turn to that in a second, but I want to just show sort of the size of the frontage of this lot, because we get to the other sign for the realtor sign here. Maybe you can start to see on my left the river. It's the New River. So across now, if we go here, we can see that's the New River, and people raft, canoe, kayak down this river. So this part of the land that I'm looking at right now would be your lot. So again, you'd probably want to figure out a nice access way to be able to have, I don't know, a little walkway or steps or something to get down. I'm going to see if I can easily enough walk down to the river from the road. But it's just, you know, kind of rough vegetation at the moment. But as I say, a lot of people use this river for, in fact, just up the road is a place where you can rent kayaks and things like that. So here's the New River. This again would be part of your lot. So it's really beautiful. And you'd have 265 feet of river frontage. That little bridge right there is the edge. Right before that bridge is the edge of your property, because that bridge goes across the river to presumably somebody else's house. But as I say, you get 265 feet of river frontage, which is really great. It's just a beautiful location. Big, beautiful trees along the water here. But of course, really most of your lot would be across the little road here and up there. So back up the hill when we get to the road, and then probably 9.7 acres are on the other side of the road and up the hill. Quite a lot of land up there. It's just, I'm not sure how easy it is to access. Certainly would require some work. The fact that there are electric poles on the property are certainly, maybe it's kind of a negative, but I guess it's also a positive in that you'll be able to hook into electricity relatively easily. What this property would require then would be, you know, creating some kind of grading to drive up onto the property, and then create a spot, clear out some of the vegetation, clear out a spot up there to put your tiny house and have a way to access it from the road. Again, some kind of a driveway thing. But it's quite a large lot. Can't really get up there to most of it. But once you start putting in some driveway, you know, gravel driveway or something like that, I think it could be really cool, especially if you could be somewhat close here to the road. Like there's a flat spot there even that you could potentially, you know, put your house, and then you could literally be 50 feet from the New River where you could walk down and, you know, access the river. There are even places to park down the way where you could park your car, you know, a mile or two down the road get in with some tubes or kayak or whatever, and make your way down, then get out, put it in your car, and drive back. You could do something like that. There's a couple of takeout spots. So I think that's really one of the big pluses of this. You're close enough into Todd that you can get to things like, there's a General. If I look just down this road, past that car, probably another half a mile, quarter mile, maybe it's a quarter mile. There is a bakery and a general store. There's a business called River Girl Fishing. They do fly fishing expeditions and things like that. So there's a couple little stores and things like that. And there's a church down the road, about a quarter mile that way. So you're definitely in walking distance to some other things. You're not literally in the middle of nowhere. This is pretty rural though, and as they say, this lot is very natural. So it's not had a lot of really any work done on it to make it something that would be where you could, at least not as it stands, just immediately put a small house on it, or a tiny home like you have. But with some work, this could be really cool, especially, like I say, the fact that you're right across the street from the new river. So I wanted to give you a general look at what this lot is. I'm trying to find a spot where I could potentially hike up into the lot. I just don't, but it does appear right here where there's some flat area. So again, it wouldn't take that much to put in a like a little driveway kind of area, maybe a small flat spot where you could clear out some of the vegetation, create a little, either gravel or grassy area around your tiny home, and maybe some steps down for when you want to go down to the river and you want to either go in it, just put your feet in, or canoes or kayaks or tubes or whatever. But yeah, it goes really far up to the side of this little hill here, this little mountain. But Todd is a really desirable area. It could be a great tiny home rental too, if you wanted to do that when you're not using it. I mean, there's some expense involved, certainly. I think you're already paying however much for this lot. I think it's $149. Maybe you come in lower if you decide you have any interest in it. But then you'd also have to spend some money on some sort of water source. I think you could connect into electric relatively easily. But of course, that would be some work with the town, and obviously some cost there. And then ultimately, you'd need Wi-Fi, because there's no signal here, no cell signal, at least that I can have, and I have AT&T. And some work, like I say, for some grading to get a driveway or a little road up to the flat spot where you could park your tiny house, and then have a place to park by it if when you ever came to visit. And again, for your potential short-term renters in the future. All right, I can't think of anything else I wanted to show you on this particular lot. But it's, to me, this is one that has, it's maybe more what you want. I'm not sure. It doesn't have a lot of some of the things you'd have to do done already, as I say, like electric, water, Wi-Fi, things like that. But it has just amazing potential, and it's such a beautiful area. It's all woodsy here. This road isn't a busy one. And again, you're close enough you could take a quick walk down to the general store or the bakery. Okay, well, I will get this video onto YouTube, and then when I get a signal, I'll give you a call, and we can talk a little bit about it. In the meantime, though, I will also get on to the next one, which I don't have an appointment there until 2:45, which, of course, I can arrive early. But I did want to just talk this through with you on YouTube, since their signal's not great here. And we'll talk a little bit after you've had a chance to look at this video. Looks like it's going to be about a 9.5-minute video. So we'll give you a chance to take a look at it. I'll give you a call, let you know it's up and running, and give you the link, and then you can take a look and let me know if you have any interest. But as I say, I think over here is the part that you'd really like, because what I'm showing you here, and going almost down to where the sign is, whatever 265 feet is. I think that's what she mentioned in the listing. So you'd have 265 feet of river frontage, which is kind of really amazing. So yeah, I love the new river, and I love this spot where this lot is. And You'll also watch people float by on their kayaks and their canoes and their tubes. So you'll see that quite a lot too. So, okay, we'll talk soon. Thanks.